contractor is working on site demolition for the new building. So pretty much all the trees that were there are gone, as well as the bocce court and the shuffleboard. They're excavating for the new building's foundation now. And then eventually later this week, they'll start forming and installing the rebar for the foundation's footings. They also have to move the transformer that's providing electrical service to the library, as well as installing a new stormwater system component. And as of this morning, the gazebo has been moved and it's on the driveway on that crescent turn in front of the seniors community center entrance. And as of right now, the senior and community centers closed during the day, during construction, as well as during town hall hours. May look into it with the health district, seeing what the status of the seniors are maybe in August, September, but most likely with a loss of about 75 parking spaces due to the construction, we'll probably keep the community center and senior center closed for the time being, probably for quite a while. And that was it for the community center project.
Okay. Any questions for John on the community senior center? No. Okay.
Yeah, we're still planning on that last beam signing ceremony in a couple months.
Okay.
We'll be working on that with the contractor and Colliers.
All right. Thank you, John. Moving forward, the senior center staff update. Melissa, I guess that's going to be.
Sure. Yep. So I'm gonna. Denise gave me. She's out today, so she gave me sort of a rundown on her end. As far as my end goes, the only real thing going on is renter's rebate. So for all seniors who do apply for that program, we are going to be doing that in July. We have a drop box that has been installed right outside of our door. So we will be reaching out to everybody who has received it in the past, and then certainly put our information out to contact us. If you're interested in applying for the first time, we will give you a list of all the paperwork that you will need, and we'll make arrangements to have you either drop it off or pick it up if you are homebound and not able to come out. We will process the application here and then do a one-on-one signing of the papers. So for any senior who's not comfortable coming in the building, if we have to have you sign it outside and review, we're going to figure that out as we go. All of those checks do go out in October, so it's not a rush. We have plenty of time to get all the applications done.
Well, so which program was that?
That's renter's rebate. So
Renter's
that's
rebate.
for seniors who fall within a certain financial guideline and who rent. It's a portion that the state refunds back of what has been paid in rent.
Thank you.
Certainly. Okay, so Denise has given me the AARP tax program. Was postponed for the rest of the tax season, per the state chair of AARP. She sent out 175 letters to seniors and here in town who had appointments for that. And there was on the letter, she gave 5 options of other things that those could do to help file their taxes for 2019. AARP driver safety programs were also canceled, but online courses can be taken and they're available for 25% off through AARP on their website. There is a lot of seniors that are keeping in touch with us as staff as well as each other, and they have a telephone tag team, so that is still up and going and doing well. And several seniors have expressed interest in getting back to the center when we are at a place where we can reopen. Denise is continuing to send the monthly newsletters via mail and email. There's a new format with the newsletter, information on staying safe and busy during the COVID-19, activities to do, virtual tours at museums, national parks, zoos, exercise corner, recipes, etc. Updates on local grocery stores and pharmacies, special hours for seniors are also included on that. And updates with the transportation and food pantry grocery program, she is including on that. Denise is working on research for new programs for the new community/senior center. She's also reached out to exercise instructors that we have used in the past to see if they would be willing to run some exercise programs via Zoom on the computer or potentially on channel 16 for those seniors that don't use online or computers, to be able to at least participate. I know chair yoga is a really popular one, so we're looking into that. There's no updates as far as the senior task force. There hasn't been a meeting since before the shutdown.
Any questions?
Yes. Have you and Denise thought about, I'm glad that Denise is looking into programming, but have you given any to having some kind of survey? Because Councilor Greenspan brought up a couple of meetings ago that we have a lot of young seniors or almost seniors.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should be surveyed as well, because of that year-old might be interested. Maybe somebody who's 75 wouldn't be. So I know Craig did surveys for Park and Rec, so I'm thinking, we've got this downtime, something that you folks have considered.
We have not talked specifically about doing another one. I know when Dr. Partisani was in here, there was a comprehensive survey that went out for anybody, I believe, age 50 and over. So it did include some of our younger seniors, and we did gather that information, but certainly we can discuss doing a more specific one at age category.
I mean, now that the community senior center is actually a fact, when Dr. Padavani, we weren't sure. Now
That's
we know
true.
we have the space, so that I think just might be helpful.
Sure. Certainly we can look into that.
Thank you.
Sure.
Melissa, just one, I guess it's an unknown question to some degree, but as the community senior center is now developing and down, are any programs being planned potentially for other locations as we start to move towards phase 3, phase 4, even though they don't have specific dates yet?
Certainly with the exercise, that's part of what we've reached out for.
Right.
And I know that, like everywhere, but I know of 2 specific places that town stating that their regular membership customers, they're already limiting their classes by at least 50%, if not less than. So I think we're still in that holding pattern and in communication, but trying to wait out where there will be availability as far as that goes, because we're just, I think as things progress, I know a lot of us have questions about whether or not there will be a phase 2 or what that will look like. So we are trying to see what we can do for incorporating some programs in community based places that we can do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's an evolving situation, and
It is. And that's the answer. Both places gave us that same answer, that their memberships, because their classes are already at 50%, they're trying to incorporate regular members there. So at that time, they were not able to host a senior center activity necessarily, but we have talked and put out perhaps supplementing the fees for it or whatnot to incorporate some of the senior center members to see what we can make available.
Great. And you mentioned doing some programs via Zoom, potentially, or the channel 16.
Yep.
Do you have a feel? I know you're in touch with a lot of these senior members. How many have access to the technology versus the town feed or the
I would say, I mean, between the 2 options, a vast majority of them do it, as long as we do channel 16. Some of our seniors are very savvy and can get on a Zoom call. Other ones do have some adult children or grandchildren that can help log them on. But if they're not available, I do know that most of the seniors who are not participating in activities via the computer do have access to channel 16. So that's why we're taking that avenue. And certainly, we could see what we can do. We have considered a rental program or working with the library on the iPads, but it's very difficult. And what we have found, some of the feedback, a lot of the seniors that we've suggested that to aren't real comfortable using the iPads, because if they can't get a computer, that's a little bit difficult as well. And they're hard to prop up, necessarily. So we're working at it, but we're hoping that channel 16, if we can get that aired on there, that will reach a lot of the seniors that, are not comfortable with a computer.
Okay. No, I'm happy to hear you're trying to reach out and make it as inclusive as we can.
Yep,
For
we
those
are.
that, don't use the technology.
Yeah.
All right. You noted the senior task force has not met since the shutdown. So any items for new business, John?
No, I don't have anything. Do you, Melissa?
I do not know.
Okay. And I'll assume the same is for other.
Well,
Really
just
nothing.
the other would be the town hall reopened today. So all we ask is that people come in and wear a mask and just follow social distancing. Also, the human services opened up too for the public, and the library is still closed. They'll provide curbside service and help out through phone calls and emails and so on, but they're still closed and working with the health district and the other towns in the health district to have sort of opening all at once, so that one library doesn't open up and gets flooded by four or five towns. So they're working on coming up with a opening with all four at the same time, working through the health district.
Okay. And then I assume the food pantry is still continuing to operate, accepting donations, and
We have not started accepting donations as of yet, until the town hall was open. So we're going to move into that phase and take a look at safety and how do we sort of sanitize. Our concern is just because a lot of our recipients of the food pantry are seniors. So we have to find a way to ensure, either via fogger or some method of making sure that we're not passing from one household to another. So we're still doing pre-packed bags. So anybody who is in need of groceries this whole time, we will either deliver them to the home or they can be picked up here in town. So they just call us and we've remained open, and that program has been ongoing. We've just been ordering the food via Amazon directly here, and then we do a pre-packed bag.
I guess when I meant donations, it was the gift cards that were coming in. And
Yep.
we're still
We're
accepting
getting
those.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Gift cards and money we're accepting. Food donations still not yet, until we're sure we can be safe with that.
Very good.
And are we able to, I'm sorry, you done?
No, go ahead. Go right ahead, Mimi.
Are we able to provide gift cards for everyone that needs them?
We have so far. Yep.
Good.
Excellent. All right. Any other questions before we move to adjournment? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Ed, you with us? I'll second the motion. All those in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Ed, there's Ed. Okay, he's there. Thanks, everyone.
Enjoy the rest
Thank
of your
you.
day.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.